going, guys? Welcome to another video. Recently I've been building a remote control drone. So I thought, you know what, maybe you guys would like to know how to build a remote control drone. We'll do a refresher. I did a previous video on how to build a remote. You can find that up here. But let's try and build the smallest remote control car that we can. So the simplest, we'll try and make it work as good as possible, and then maybe we'll build a tower up nice and high so that we can build a makeshift track. And we can drive our car around in it. So we're in the test zone here. We are going to start the go-kart seat, tiny seat. We are going to add this is going to be, we'll start with the simplest car. We'll add our steering on this side, copy it over to this side, and then we automatically know that their setup A and D are set up properly. So we're going to need, so for now I'm going to put a couple of deuces on the back here, but because these are the same size as our sensors, we're going to need an XOR gate to control this stuff once we release it as a remote. So we'll be swapping these out for XOR gates, so we want to try and keep in mind one side is not going to have any connection points on it. Wheels, we're going to go with our tiny go-kart wheels, small as possible. Copy these back like that. So we might as well switch this out for an XOR gate right now. So we're going to take that, put that in there, and we'll have it facing downwards because we're not going to stick anything on the bottom. Right, let's put a little motor on here. Of course, we want it to be fast, so we'll put one of those on there. Let's see. Woo! Wow, it's pretty light. So we're gonna have to make sure we put some downforce on there for sure. Okay, so now the next thing we want to worry about is our detaching point, because we want to work on this as a remote. So we'll put a couple of, let's put a couple of detachable blocks on the back here. Remove that, and we'll make that number 1 toggled to detach. Now we need our main seat, which is going to be indestructible. You always want to use an indestructible seat as your release point, because then it doesn't matter what they do to your vehicle, they're going to come and try and get you. If you're controlling it from an indestructible seat, they can't get you out of the seat. So you can just keep on using your remote control to bug them or annoy them or whatever it is that you're using it for. Alright, so we'll have this like this. We'll set this up here, might as well. Got number 1 toggles that to release. So let's try that. Jump in this seat. Number 1 to release. And we have no control. Okay. That's not right. Alright, it's the XOR gate that has these controls on it. W and S. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we're in the main seat and we detach. We have the engine controls. We do not have steering. So we will connect this XOR gate to that wheel. A, D. Let's see. Green is to the right. A and D. Why is the steering messed up? Oh. We must build the whole thing. It's another thing with you're dealing with remotes. Always remember that you don't want to build just your remote into build mode and work on it, because then it doesn't see the whole thing as a whole unit. When you rebuild your main seat and everything, it won't have any of the changes that you changed on your actual remote itself. So that one is correct. D, A. Get into this seat, detach, turning that way, turning this way, forwards. Woo! Super spin. Okay, so we have full control of our remote. Now we need to settle it down a little bit here because we can't control it zipping all over the place. Okay, so we might want, I'm trying to make it as small as possible. We might want to extend our wheelbase just a little bit. Well, let's put some suspension on it for one thing. Drop some suspension out the back here. Okay, so now we definitely gonna have to want to extend this out a little bit. So let's try and see if we can. Maybe we'll go with a 3x1 because it's got connection points on the side. We can move those up by one, like that and like this. And then we can put, let's see, we want to go with maybe some straight suspension for the front. What you figure? Copy one of them over there to this side. We'll leave the suspension set nice and soft. Now we're going to build that into the world. Oh, we're going to have to put some weight on the back. We're going to detach. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to put some downforce on that. Come on, come on, back here. Yeah, she just wants to wheelie. Yeehaw! Oh, flipped her over. Alrighty, well that's because the engine's in the back there. So maybe we're going to extend this out a wee bit. Just a wee bit. So that we can scooch the engine up in here. And then we're going to put maybe a little deuce. Just a wee deuce on the back side. Actually, we're going to get rid of that one because we're going to use this block right here. I'm going to drop that down in there. Got to rotate that facing downwards or else we ain't going to be able to use no connection points on there. Alright, so now we need a spoiler. Keep us some downforce. Force that sucker down. Alright, so how are we going to connect our spoiler? Maybe we use a couple of little thin pipe pieces like this. We're just going to rotate that, spin it around. Chip chop. Just like that, and then we grab a spoiler, put it right here on the back side. You know, because we have problems keeping the back end down. And we might need, maybe we're going to copy us a spoiler up to the front too. Maybe. We could do it if we had some way connected it up there. Alright, we're going to move these. Them's long and skinny and aerodynamic, but it's just not cutting the mustard. You know, why people say that, cut the mustard? Has anybody ever in their life ever tried to cut mustard? Right? Alright, so now we got some spot for that, but that looks kind of silly. So maybe, well, who knows? Maybe. And then maybe we can make it not look silly by putting a little bit of slope piece underneath here. There we go. It still looks silly. Alright, and a little bit of aerodynamics. Maybe we grab a 1x4. And we're going to drop that one right on here. Spin it around. One there and one on this side. Alright, let's build that. What? What's not connected? Oh, the whole damn thing ain't connected. Alright. Ta-da! Alright, and we want to get this here up off the ground. So we're just going to copy another one of these here down there. Should be pretty close, maybe one more. Uno mas. There you go. Build that into the world. Get into my high chair seat here. We're going to detach that. Ta-da! And away we go. That seems alright. We might be able to get rid of that spoiler off the back there. That seems to be not really helping us. We might be able to put some aerodynamic pieces back there for stability. Vertical stabilizers. Okay, so why are we not having control anymore? What's going on? So let's try getting rid of this here spoiler. We're going to put some vert stabilizers on there because we ain't got a problem with weight in the back. We got a problem with keeping the front end down so we could steer. What do you think? Forward fins? Swept forward? Swept backwards? I'd say leave a comment and let me know, but it ain't make no difference because you ain't here now. So let's try that. So what seems to be the problem? Let's try building it in again. No, get out of that seat. He just wants to get in that seat every time. Alright, detach, go. Alright, we are in control again. Alright, so the front end is staying down so we can actually steer. We're going to make that steering just a little bit tighter, a little bit quicker. And you know why as well? We got our hinges up here. I would rather have my suspension connected directly to the frame and then have the steering down here instead of trying to turn the entire piece of suspension. We got a speed of 1 at the angle of 30. We're going to change that angle to 40, and then we're going to see what that's going to do. We're going to get in this here seat, push number 1, and away we go. I mean, we could give it 4-wheel steering if we wanted. So, but we want to be able to control this basically full out and still have control with steering and turning without spinning out, which is what I'm doing right now. That's full, holding down W. So it would be nice to be able to turn a little quicker. Oh, see what I mean by you can't get knocked out of your seat? So you can just keep playing with your remote. Get back here. Yeah, slide in sideways like that. Alright. No, not that one. The whole thing. I'll still do it myself. Alright, so the car itself seems to be functioning quite well. We can turn, we can go. We just need something to keep the front down a wee bit more. Just a wee bit more. So I might get rid of this here little one, and because I'd like to bring 2 of these out here like this. If I was being honest with you, I'm just going to bring 2 of them and center it in the front like this. And that would probably keep it down just fine. So let's see what we can do. We're going to grab a deuce, of course, the almighty deuce. We're going to bring that up in the front here. And then we're going to drop a little tiny shield, or maybe not a shield piece. Maybe we can go with a little tiny deuce connector. Like that. And then one more over here like that. Now that should be plenty. Now, aerodynamic wise, we could put a windshield on there if we wanted. We could even make it out of glass. Yoast like that. And then we're going to make material glass. And we're going to make it blue. Just because. So it'll look like glass. There we go. Then we're going to build that in. We're going to get in this seat here. We're going to hit number 1. And this sucker's going to go like mad. Now you can see we got much tighter steering because we pushed that front end down. We got some more weight on the front there. Also because of our windshield. So that's alright. Let's see. Can we still control ourselves full out without spinning out? Barely. Barely. So I wonder, see, this is how it always starts. I'm trying to build the smallest car I can, and I'm already thinking, you know, if I put some racing wheels on the back, we'll have really good traction. But now it's starting to get big. So if we put some racing wheels on there, yes, we will have better traction. This is the first sure thing. No, get out of that seat. Jumping back here like this. Let go, and here we go. Right, so now it's definitely have better traction on the back end. It's not spinning around so much. We can drive, do a big figure 8. Oh, still didn't knock me out of my seat. Okay, so let's make ourselves a nice tall tower here. So maybe we will use the aquatic, or we'll just use a go-kart seat again that's open on top so we can go from the first person perspective. Let's build it out of the round pieces, might as well. We're going to build a tower, build a classy tower. No, them's the small ones, them's the big ones. So we're going to use 4 of these. Pop and rotate. Pop and rotate. Pop and rotate. Insert on your keyboard is the copy button. So sometimes it's a lot faster to do this than to click on this, because a lot of the times this will actually move. So if we put that up there and we put a servo on top of the tower, let's see, maybe Q and E. Q that way, E that way, full 360 degrees, and hold that angle. Speed, we can leave that at, yeah, 1's going to be pretty fast. Yeah, well, let's try it 1. We'll leave it at 1. Right, so we want to put our small seat up here so that we can go into first person. Let's build like that, and then we can go way up here Get in this seat. Go first person. And Q. Yeah, see, Q and E turns us pretty fast. But we can't see down. That's the downside. Because I don't know which way is forward now. I can't see down. I can hold my right mouse button and then zoom out like this. That'll give me some perspective. Right, so that's that way. Hit number 1. The car is not moving. Yeah, I don't want to be in this seat. I want to be in the upper one. Upper class society seat up here, eh? Hit number 1. Why is my car not driving? There we go. Build. Let's get rid of this seat. Maybe it's just confused. Okay, just can't. Oh, there we go. We got control back. Maybe it was having that third seat. It wasn't sure which one it should be controlling. So we've got control from here. Let's go back into first person, eh? Maybe top of the seat. Maybe down here. There it goes. Yeah, we could really use a camera block in this game, eh? Take the perspective from the car. I don't like not being able to see downwards. We're going to take our seat and we're going to put it on some hinges. And then we're going to angle those down at like, I don't know, maybe 30 degrees to the grain. So when we hit forward like that, actually we'll set it to number 1. And we'll set it so that it holds its position so you can't change it once it's just locked in place. 30 degrees. We might want to slow down the speed on this here rotating servo just slightly. Maybe make it 0.5 so you're not getting all dizzy like. Alright, and we'll build it in like that. And we'll build that. We'll fly up here. Here we hit number 1. Bang. Wow, that sure dropped quick. Can't even see the horizon. I don't like that. We've got to go in and change it. So 30 degrees is too much. Maybe 25. Let's try 20. Let's err on the side of caution. Let's slow it down a bit. No need to be herky-jerky about it. Alright, build. Yeah. We'll set those back to 25. Hold down right mouse button. Number 1. And we've got no control. Alright, let's try the old trick again, eh? Remove the seat. Put the seat back on. You're all good now, Mr. Program? You understand what's happening here? There we go. No, not in this one. Up here. Back here. Have a look. Number 1. Ah! We just fell over backwards. But I bet we've got control of the car. Alright, let's hit the old backspace button and try that again, shall we? Normally I would say we could put an anchor under there, but anchor makes things weird. Once you detach things, all the hinges go backwards and pistons don't work. So, then we just need to add weight. Alright, so like that. Now we shouldn't fall over. Okay, now I've added new things. Watch, the car's not going to work again. Number 1. Drive away. Alright, now let's go back in the camera view. Top of the seat. First person. We can turn like this. Where's our car? There it is. Why does that not seem like it's at 25 degrees? Alright, let's set them to 30. There's the car. I guess we still got some more room. We can still see the horizon pretty good. Alright, so now we just need to make ourselves a little track builder. You plop down some track. Build that in, get in here. No, wrong camera. Orbit cam, spacebar. We haven't even got an engine on this thing. Now we can drive like this, and we can go pop, 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 pop. That's way too fast. And we're going to set T to our delete button. Right, so we'll set the duration to 0.1 and then a 1 second pause, or even we can give it like a half second pause, 0.5. And we'll untoggle it. We can drop them whenever we like. The only downside is you can only have 50 of these concrete blocks in here at any one time, so we'll try and use like the width of one of these lines as a track. So hopefully that didn't use more than 25. Now let's see if we can do the other side of the track. Alright, looks like we have a track. I'll try and get our car in there without mangling it. There it is. Alright, see if we can go around this track. This is where I would suggest putting a fire pot on the back of your car so you can see the general direction that you're going. Come on back. Come on back now. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't smash right into that. Yeah, this could be a little more challenging than it looks. Maybe a smaller track. Not so much distance out in the distance there. It's hard to get your perspective. The nice thing is, though, is I can hit the backspace and we are still here, but those concrete blocks won't go anywhere, so at least your track won't go anywhere. Rip around the track. So I hope that helps you guys out with some more ideas for things to build in Trailmakers. Alright, I think we're going to wrap that one up here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a comment. Other suggestions. Let me know if you've tried to build any of the things that I've ever suggested you try and build. I know a lot of you use my how-to videos for creative inspiration, shall we say. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Ciao.